Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host here. It is Team Right, the one and only on social media. Hit the subscribe, hit the favorite, give this an awesome like, positive feedback on today's article, and hopefully you guys and girls sit back and relax and enjoy this one. So I'm going to kick this off. I will discuss for you wrestling news, wrestling topics, and a lot of interesting topics to discuss for you, my listeners. So if you like, sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab something to eat, grab something to drink. Now, if you don't want to do nothing like that at all, that's okay. That is your decision. Or maybe you want to chill like a villain and hear my thoughts and opinions on this matter, and the article will be down below. Sorry, I totally botched at the end. Botchamania. So here goes nothing. Now, you may know or may not know. If you don't know, you must live under a freaking rock. I'm just kidding about the rock part. But Sasha Banks is injured. That's why she had not been on television for a while. But she's still posting stuff on Instagram. Okay, hold on. Let me read some of this. Okay, the former WWE Raw Women's Champion Sasha Banks states in a recent interview on Convention. I totally messed up crying out with whatever is her name is or he. Sorry. Anywho, that she was dealing with post-concussions, I think, symptoms that keep her out of action for several weeks. Ooh, that is not good. Now, like I said before, I'm going to say it again. Your health is more important than any wrestling match, any sporting event, anything. Okay, your health is always the first thing to take care of. Okay. Actually, number one, your family. Then number two, your health. Well, it all depends. Okay. That's just how I feel. Now, some of you don't like Sasha Banks because she's very rude to the fans. I mean, that's what I heard from other resources. I'm not really too sure that's really legit or a fake statement. But a lot of people prefer Alexa over Sasha Banks. Face facts, they're both really good. But probably the best one in the women's division is freaking Charlotte Flair. I don't like Charlotte Flair at all. I think she's very overrated. That's just me. Okay? Everyone out there on social media, off social media, have their own opinion. Now let me continue this real quickly. She also started that she was worried that she's going to miss the Evolution pay-per-view this Sunday, the very first all-women's pay-per-view coming up, but has recovered back for crying out Evolution, but has recovered and is back to full strength. Here is what she had to say. So I'm assuming that she'll be back this Sunday. You know, if she missed out, that would suck. You know, for her. You know. She worked her butt off, you know. Now, I want to ask you a question. Who do you think, in your opinion, who started this women's evolution? I hear people says it's Paige. I hear people says it's Sasha Banks, Miss Bliss. Who do you really thinks who started, or the Bella twins? You know, all these ladies want to give a piece of the evolution. You know, I'm so glad they finally got this straightened out, because in my opinion they really screwed up the Divas division back in the day. You know, it's like a filler back in the day, you know, like bra and panty matches. It was okay in TV 14 era, but face facts, if it ever comes back, it will never be as good as the TV 14. It won't work in this PG era. I really wish, in my opinion, off the record, I really wish WWE pushed the envelope more like Raw and on SmackDown, even on pay-per-views. I love Raw, I love SmackDown Live, but a lot of you out there says SmackDown Live is the A show. I totally agree. And actually, it don't matter who's the A or who's the B show. It is one big company. And I don't like when they have the brand split because it's dumb. It is ridiculous in my opinion. Because I mentioned before, I'm gonna say it again. I know I sound like a broken record. I apologize. If they had a brand split or a super shakedown, they should just stick with the guys they have. Quit shaking up, McMahon. And I know John Cena, he's been there so many years, and this whole storyline with the free agency, I think that's kind of ridiculous in WWE's era. I mean, WWE storyline. This is not the NBA. This is not the NFL, and this is not other pro sports. There's no such thing, in my opinion, a free agency in the WWE. You know, maybe there is, but they should just keep that stuff hush hush. I am not a big John Cena fan, but he came a long way, and probably he will break Ric Flair's record. I mentioned it before, and I know I'm keep saying it in this podcast. I'm not a big fan of a guy who holds a belt and then loses it a couple months later, especially as a part-timer. No, he should never. AJ Styles should never lost to John Cena that year at Rumble. That kind of irritated me, but I got over it. You know, I think AJ Styles is a better performer, better athlete than John Cena, but those two guys have great chemistry. Can you just imagine if those guys were teaming up and going after the Raw Tag Team Champions? They'd be unstoppable, in my opinion. But probably W will never go in that direction. So, yeah. You know, I know a lot of you like John Cena way better than AJ Styles. AJ Styles was an independent scene for many, many years. Then he finally got into the WWE. Well, actually, he was in WWE a long time ago, and then WWE did not sign him for a full-time contract. I think he was in Medals, remember WWF Medals, or some show that no one doesn't give a crap about. AJ Styles would definitely be a Hall of Famer, but Cena would be in the Hall of Fame way before AJ Styles, in my opinion. That wraps it up. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, positive feedback about the article, hit the notification, hit the subscribe. Have a good one, and thank you very much for listening. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification, like, and share it. That wraps it up for your lovely host here, Team Alright. That wraps it up. Deuces.